Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I've been off here for a couple of weeks because I have been swamped with personal readings. Like, oh my goodness, it's been so crazy. There was a whole incident with my email address, and it was a whole thing. So I have been off here for a little while so I can focus on my personal readings. If you ordered a personal reading from me, make sure that you check your email because I sent out confirmation emails, and I also sent out exact dates when you can expect your reading. But yeah, I wanted to do a video about the upcoming Leo new moon, and I've been channeling a lot of messages about this, a lot. Like when I was taking my walk in the morning, I try to get out and get some sun every day. Since I do work from home, I was taking my walk in the morning and so many messages were coming through. So I wanted to share what I was channeling, and then also I pulled cards for you as well. So we'll look at the tarot cards and see what they have to say about this new moon as well. And as always, I will be doing an extended video to go along with this one. So if you resonate with this video and you want more in-depth messages, then the extended reading will be on my Patreon. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So what I was channeling about this Leo new moon is, first off, a lot of people who have been afraid to step into the spotlight, this is a new moon that's going to kind of trigger them to take that leap of faith. So what I was getting is that if you are someone who has some sort of like creative gifts or like some sort of talent in any way, shape, or form, and this can be anything. Like this could be like being an artist. This could be like maybe you're a hairstylist, maybe you are into photography, maybe you just like to take selfies. Like anything that is creative, I feel like you have been afraid of putting yourself out there, been afraid of sharing those gifts with the world because there's like this deep fear of being perceived. So you could be someone who, like, after you post an Instagram story, you feel the sudden urge to take it down because you don't want to be perceived. And I've seen this on TikTok. I saw this was like a running joke where people were saying like, oh my God, every time I post an IG story, I just want to take it down because I just don't want to be perceived. And yeah, that's what I was getting with this Leo new moon, is that a lot of people are going to be called to leave that way of thinking behind, or to heal that way of thinking, because that genuinely comes from shame. It comes from like a fear of being judged, which is a shame response, pretty much like a fear of, if I show my real personality too much, then I'm going to be rejected, and that's going to make me feel ashamed of myself. So I'm not wanting to show my true personality, and that's a really, or I'm not wanting to show my true personality and my gifts as well. And that's a really common thing. That's why a lot of celebrities, they tend to create like an alter ego that can become famous for them. Like they have like an alter ego that the public has access to, but then their true selves, they hide away, because having that many people have access to your true self is traumatizing. Because if too many people see the real you and they all decide to reject you, yeah, on a deep level, that's going to affect any human being. It's just the natural state of being human. Rejection from a large group of people hurts us. So this is something that's common. Like I said, this is not something that there's anything wrong with you for being afraid of being in the spotlight. But I do feel like what I was getting is that spirit is wanting you to share your gifts and to be more comfortable stepping into the spotlight, because it not only helps to heal you, but it helps to heal other people as well, so that's what I was getting. I was also getting that a lot of this comes from the inner child as well. If you, when you were when you were a child, if you never got the proper validation, it could have caused you to become a more shameful person, or to feel more ashamed of yourself, because as children we are in need of our parents, or teachers, things of that sort, people who are raising us, the village that's raising us. We are in need of them to validate us and to see us for who we truly are, and to tell us who you truly are is beautiful, who you truly are is amazing. And when that doesn't happen, we can really become very ashamed of ourselves and start to hide ourselves away. And you could become like a very reserved person, a very shy person, because it's like this fear of being perceived, a fear of being seen. So I feel like you are being called also to heal the inner child, or to heal the shame that you experienced as a child that you're still carrying within. And Yeah, it's a lot. I'm getting a lot of messages. I was also getting that a lot of people who a lot of people who have this fear of being seen or perceived, it is affecting their finances as well. And it's also affecting their love life as well. See, that's the thing. A lot of people think like your finances are, separate from your love life. Like those are two separate things. But no, like all of these things blend together. All of these things have like an imprint, like an energetic imprint. So when you are feeling some type of way about your finances and you're out of alignment with your finances, a lot of the times it will spill over to your love life and vice versa. And usually the root of both of those issues are the same root. So I do feel like for a lot of you, what I was getting is that your love life is also being affected by this fear of being perceived, this shame that you're carrying that's causing you to fear being perceived. It's also, like I said, affecting your love life. Your career, where you may want to have a career where you are in the spotlight, but you can't because of this fear. Or even if you don't want a career that's in the spotlight, you could just want a career that you love in general, or like a career that, maybe is a bit unconventional, that takes a bit more confidence to pursue, but because of this shame response or this fear that you carry, it can be hard for you to even pursue that career. You see what I'm saying? So basically, if you are able to heal this fear of being seen, this fear of being perceived, this shame, this issue of shame within, it's going to have this ripple effect on you where your finances will improve, your love life will improve, and also you'll be able to really share your gifts with the world. And that in itself will be healing to a lot of other people as well as to yourself. So that's what I was getting. That's what I was channeling. I hope I didn't miss anything. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and look at your tarot cards. So we have the 10 of Cups and we have the Thoughts card. Okay, so with the 10 of Cups being here in the reverse, this talks about I'm hearing your wish for a life of emotional fulfillment, like being emotionally fulfilled in all areas of your life, like having a happy home life, having a good career. It's like you have an idea of what that looks like for you, but you are doubting that you can get it. It's like every time you think about having these things, you hit like a roadblock is what I'm seeing, or like a block in your thoughts. And again, I'm relating this back to what I was channeling earlier about some sort of shame that you're carrying, the shame about who you are as a person, the fear of putting yourself out there, the fear of being in the spotlight. I feel like this all comes back to these two cards that I'm seeing, where you have this idea of your ideal life, but this wounding that you have is stopping you from being able to get it. I want to pull one more. It's like, for example, let's say that you have a desire to be a public figure, right? An actor, a singer, entertainer, whatever it is, right? So in your thoughts, you're like, okay, you're thinking about how great it would be to get that. But then you hit this roadblock in your thoughts where you start thinking about how painful it would be if you got a lot of public backlash online, like where people are like criticizing you, or like you make a mistake and say something wrong and all of a sudden everybody hates you and all your fans turn on you. It's like you're thinking about how painful that would be to have people reject you in that way. So you're like, oh, I'd rather not be perceived. But then you could start to fall into a little bit of a depressive mindset, because you know that this is what you want. You know that this is like the career path for you, but it's like because of the fear, you're like, okay, never mind, I don't even want it. But then you're falling into a depressive mindset because yes, you do want it. So you don't want to get rid of your desires. You just want to get rid of the fear attached to your desires. And even with having like a love life, or like a happy love life, or a happy romantic partnership, I do feel like there's like a fear of rejection that's there. There's like this fear that you won't be loved for who you truly are. Like when someone sees who you are at your core, like they're going to reject you, or they won't fully love you. So even that is like a fear of being perceived, right? Yeah, but I'm hearing from spirit that you can have this career, you can have this love life. You just have to detach yourself from this fear of being seen. And we're going to get more into that in the extended, of course. So the next two cards are the Empress, and we have the Occupation card in the reverse. Wow, again, so these cards are literally like repeating the same message over and over, which is a good thing because that means, you know, fully tapped in. So with the Empress card being here, the Empress card is all about creation, manifestation, you know, bringing things into fruition. Like whatever seeds the Empress plants, it grows. There's abundance all around her pretty much, and I feel like that's your energy. I feel like you have the ability to create whatever life that you want for yourself. You are the Empress energy. But with the Occupation card being here again, I feel like it's in the reverse, so I feel like you constantly hit this roadblock block or this blockage. I'm gonna pull one more card for that. Yeah, I'm seeing here with the Seven of Swords being here, this is your thoughts playing tricks on you. Your thoughts are telling you that who you are at your core is unacceptable for some reason. Who you are as a person, your authentic self, is not acceptable for some reason. Like this could be for many reasons. Like I said, this could be maybe as a child you didn't get enough validation. This could be like maybe you look around at society and maybe you're very different from other people. Maybe society's like standards, you're like, okay, I don't really match up with what society sees as beautiful, or what society sees as like good, or what society sees as magnetic or attractive. Like I don't see that in myself. Like there's something off about me. Like I even see people online that express that they feel like there's something wrong with them because they're shy and introverted. You know, they see like this is like an extrovert's world. Like they see the extroverted people going out and being confident, socializing, and they're like, oh, like there's something wrong with me at my core because I'm so shy and I don't know how to socialize, and I just want to hide myself away because I don't know how, I don't have social skills. But at the end of the day, even someone like that still has strengths. People who are more shy or more introverted, they tend to be more observant of other people and of their body language and things like that. So you will be the person who can really make someone feel comfortable in a one-on-one setting, you know, while everyone else might overlook that person. Like maybe the other person is uncomfortable and no one else can really see because they're too busy socializing and whatever else, but you're the one that could kind of key in on that person and see that they're uncomfortable and then like kind of invite them over to where you are and make them feel comfortable. You know, you would be the person. Oops, sorry, I just got a phone call. I hope that the recording didn't go off. You would be the person who, gosh, see, I hate when that happens. I should have put my phone on airplane mode. Every time I'm channeling and then I get a phone call or a knock at the door, it throws me completely off. Yeah, but you would be the person, like if you were in a crowded room and someone was trying to speak and everyone else was like speaking over them or like cutting them off, you would be the one to say, hey, you know, so and so was trying to speak, because you're more observant and more like emotionally in tune with people. And that, you know, that could come from you being a little more shy or a little more introverted. So you even have social skills if you are shy or introverted. You see what I'm saying? So your mind is playing tricks on you by telling you that there's something inherently wrong with you or unacceptable about you, even if you are different from other people or you're different from what society says is like a person that's at their highest potential, you know? So the next two cards are the Five of Swords and the Marriage card. So with the Five of Swords being here in the reverse, I feel like this is talking about an internal struggle, an internal battle. I'm not really reading this as like an outside battle. It feels like it's something within. This has to do with love. The Marriage card in reverse. This feels to me like kind of giving up on love for some of you. Giving up on like, I'm hearing giving up on like the innocent type of love. You could have gone through certain situations that kind of made you feel like that innocent, you know, that love that you experienced when you're like a teenager, where you fall in love for the first time, that puppy love, like the innocence of it, and how like giddy and like happy you feel. You could kind of feel like that doesn't exist anymore. Oof. This reminds me of like this TikTok that I saw. I'm always on TikTok. I'm a fiend. I don't post on there. I have like just a random account where I just watch videos. But I saw this one TikTok where the girl was like, oh my God, I feel like my last relationship killed my inner child. Like, I don't even want to connect with people on that deep level. I just want to connect with them like on a superficial level now. Like, I'll marry for money. I won't marry for love. And I was like, oh, that's very unfortunate, but I do understand, because if you have had an experience with someone where you were very, very vulnerable, that means that you exposed your inner child to them. And if they really hurt you, then yeah, they did wound your inner child deeply. And sometimes people feel like they can't recover from that. But I don't believe that the inner child has been killed. I just believe that they have been locked away, like very, very far away, to the point where you feel like you can't even have access to them, for their own safety, for their own protection, right? So I feel like your inner child is still alive and well, and you still have the ability to connect with people or with a romantic partner in that innocent way. But there is some healing that needs to be done, I feel, so that your inner child can feel safe enough to connect with a new person. And I feel like that is an intention that you can set this new moon. Like, you can write down that you set the intention, like send the energy out into the universe. Like, I set the intention that I will be able to find innocent love again. My inner child will be able to connect with someone again, because a new moon is a time where you could set intentions, and it's just a very good time for manifestation. So that's what I'm feeling for you. Yeah, so we looked at romance, we looked at career, creativity. Yeah, that pretty much is on par with the Leo, the sign of Leo. So we are going to dive deeper into this in the extended. We're going to look at this shame wound, this fear of being perceived, this rejection wound, this, all of this. We're going to dive deeper into this, and we're going to look at some solutions from spirit. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you sorry, I'm like pausing because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not seeing anything else. That happens all the time. Like, I'll be like, okay, reading's over. Then I'll turn the recording off, and next thing you know, it's actually not over. Like, I'll get a million messages after I turned it off. So I just pause to make sure. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to leave the extended, the link to the extended video down below. Like I said, we'll get more into the solutions to this and how to clear out these blockages. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you over on the extended. Bye.